Last night, the Redbacks scraped their way into the lead by 3.5 points after a strong battle with the Blue Tongues in the 48-hour challenge. And those clever Super Ks scored themselves immunity for the second time running. Kyle and Cara. Now that the teams are 3-on-3, there are less hands on deck to finish the rest of the houses with the 72 hours left on the clock. Only the strong will survive the biggest renovation show on the telly. No more talk, let's rumble.
So basically we have 72 hours to make up that 3.5 points difference between us and the red team. And I tell you what, we're not going home this week.
Strong fighting words from the Blue Tongues captain. Over in the Redback camp, a word from their fearless captain.
Yeah, oh. Hi, buddy. Sneaky one slipped out. We got immunity. We're here till next week. But, you know, the goal is to get our whole team another win, so we're all safe.
It's the halfway mark of the competition, and our rumblers are starting to feel the pain of ruthless renovating.
It is relentless. 6 weeks of this.
I can't breathe.
It's halfway and people starting to fall to pieces, so I don't know what week 6 is going to be like.
Stephen's really sick, so he's staying in bed and I'm getting up.
Steve's out of action.
Yeah, he's got a chest infection. He's been coughing all night, so he's not good. Yeah. So I'll be getting up and he's staying in bed. You know, he's got to look after his health. That's more important than anything, so...
Are you resigned to going home? I mean, is that the only thing that's left?
Well, if he doesn't get well, yeah, we'll have to go home.
It's a massive setback for the Blue Tongues with their captain down and out. They already have enough of a fight on their hands to gain back the lead from the optimistic Redbacks. Earlier in the week, Redbacks had the foresight to do as much structural work as possible so they'd be in a stronger position to finish the last 72 hours of their Hamptons brief home.
We really hit all our structural work hard and fast early on, so now that we're towards the end of the week, we're looking like we're in good shape. So this can get plastered the side.
Redbacks, hello.
Hey.
Hi, Scotty.
I tell you what, you are looking in good shape. Beams in.
Beams are in.
Beams are in.
Floor's about to be finished, you're ready to fit out.
Yeah.
You're in really good shape.
3.5 points in the lead. We cannot be complacent, but we haven't really changed any designs. We designed this early in the week. All our structural work's done. We've made it pretty, well, not easy on ourselves, but we've made it easier by getting onto that straight away.
Who's got what space?
Kyle and Cara have got the kitchen. Josh and Jenna have the bathroom.
Bathroom, yeah.
Jess and I have got the lounge room.
Yeah, right. OK, 3.5 points in front. Need to be on a winning team.
Yeah.
We don't want to see any Redbacks go home.
It's a winning strategy. It's a winning team. It's win-win.
All right, good luck, everybody.
Thanks, Scotty.
See you. Good luck, Sharon.
Thanks, bud.
No worries.
Yeah, next 72 hours is about survival.
Over at the Blue Tongues, there's still an enormous amount to complete with their relaxed industrial home. Oh, Team Blue.
Oh, Scotty,
Here we are.
How are you, mate?
How you going? How you feeling waking up this morning at the start of this epic challenge?
Feeling excited, mate.
Really?
Excited. We've got the walls out, we've got a nice open space.
You have
And
indeed.
we're ready to transform this home for these homeowners.
Yeah, good on you. Fantastic. A lot of work to do.
I know, we're one man down. We've
Oh,
got
the captain, he's sick.
captain's sick, so we've got to step it up.
Yeah. So, Michelle, you're captain.
Ah, yeah.
You're done. You're in. You're on your own.
Captain to have.
Guys, you've got a bit of help, mate. We're all here to sticking together to get this all done.
My
you
family will
delegating?
look after me.
So who's in charge of construction?
Him, because if I was, this roof, yeah, we'd
Apparently I got it now, mate.
Have you? Have you had that since day one, though?
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah. I think Steve's handballing responsibility there when he's put myself and Benny in the construction manager. So I think he's just trying to handball the workload, so it takes more off of him.
Lucky Lado's here on the show. We're good. At that stage, Stevie's supposed to be the captain, but it's once again Leighton.
Pick up the elbow gone this way.
Leighton's kind of leading the way. Leighton's making decisions.
You got to pick up 3.5 points, I think, haven't you?
Yeah.
Easy done.
Easy.
We got 9 the first week.
10, in fact.
10, yeah.
Feeling down because the reason we got the lowest part of the scoreboard was because of the door, not
'Cause we hit
because
the
of
brief.
anything else, because
hit
we
the-
did hit the brief. You get knocked down, so then we had to pick ourselves up and go, right, we've got to do a kick-ass room. We've really got to pull together, and Carly and Gemma went, you're not going home, you're not going home.
You need to have him here. You
Yeah.
need to be a team because you're behind the 8 ball.
Yes.
Got the lowest score of your team.
Yeah.
You definitely need a 10 from the judges to start off.
I hate you right now.
Don't say you hate me, but just talk me through your 10-point room. Talk me through it.
Well, we're getting this cement stuff from Sky High.
Yeah, the sky high
That's
render.
all going here,
Or in there.
and then we're exposing brickwork here.
Exposing brickwork,
And then we're doing,
keeping the fireplace.
well, they never used the fireplace. They've used it as a storage area, and they've got all their cords and everything in there, so it's clear that they never really used the fireplace before.
Yeah, right. Telly there.
Yeah.
Relaxed industrial
That
with the open fire going on those cold New York nights.
So do you telling me I need to put a fire
No,
in there?
I'm not saying that. I just want you to talk me through your 10-point room.
I was very, very intimidated by the brief. Industrial relaxed. Industrial's really easy, but the relaxed into it, really, really difficult to work that one out.
Get Steve back on the tools.
Yep,
And you're going to do it.
I'm up for the challenge.
Good. Good luck.
Thanks,
See you,
Freddie.
Michelle.
Bye.
Coming up, Captain Steve rises from the ashes with a mission to take the Blue Tongues to the top.
Fire up, guys, fire up! Blue team's on its way to victory!
It's the start of the 72-hour challenge to finish off 2 houses in the Victorian suburb of Hampton. The Blue Tongues are fired up and keen to take back the lead from the cool, calm and collected Redbacks. This week's captains, Steve and Michelle, will make over the living room with a relaxed industrial feel. And they have 72 hours to knock the judges' socks off. They're going to install custom bookshelves either side of a ceiling-mounted TV. But Michelle can't do it alone.
So Stephen, he's been in bed, but I've dosed him up with Codral cold and flu and drugs. I'm giving him a ham and cheese toasty, so he'll be over here very soon. He just said to me when I went over there, and he goes, "Darl, I'm not going to give up." He goes, "We're united and we're going to fight."
Look who's up from his sick bed. It's Captain Steve. And he looks fighting fit and ready to rumble.
Good to have you back, Cap.
Thanks, mate. No, we'll be on to it. We're going to win it, mate. We're going to take this out this week.
I heard you were dead.
Oh, mate.
We were planning your
Everyone keeps
funeral.
saying I'm risen from the grave. Morning, all. I'm alive.
Good. Now get to work.
I think the biggest challenge is managing all the other egos in the house, and that's the biggest challenge for me as captain.
Fire up, guys, fire up! Blue team's on its way to victory!
Egos are not the only challenge Steve has to face. Across the road, his team are checking out the Redbacks house, which is currently in the lead by 3.5 points.
Ooh. Wow.
Open for inspection in the red house kind of was very apparent to us that they have a consistency and they actually work well as a team.
Yeah, you can see why they got immunity this week.
It's all same colour too. Ceiling walls, all one colour.
It's all as one. It's beautiful. I prefer ours.
Come on, guys, get this. You can still see the scribe line for the handle.
We got ripped into about our doors.
And that's not painted at all.
It's not.
It's undercoated.
That's not fair.
There's nothing special.
No.
There's nothing outside the box here.
I think we're not far away, Carls. I think with a bit of good leadership, I think this team can go a long way.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's tough. For me, that style isn't to my liking, but at the end of the day, it might be bang on brief and we might be in a bit of trouble.
Having the second lowest score on their team, Ben and Gemma have to make an impression with the bathroom they've been allocated, or they'll be going home. It needs to be waterproof by the end of the day so the tilers can start first thing in the morning.
We're framing up the rest of the bathroom. We had a slight design change last night. We were sitting there with the rest of the team and we were just working out the space. There's not a lot of space to work with, so we figured let's change the layout, make it a little bit different, and yeah, it looks like it's going to work really well.
By moving the position of the door to the centre of the room, the owners will see the feature vanity and bath when they walk in, and the toilet will now be behind the door.
If anything goes wrong today, it could obviously throw a spanner in the works, and the one thing that needs to happen is the waterproofing, so that's a priority for where we're at. Thank you.
She's solid brick. It's a dirty job. You know, it's going to take a lot of demo to turn the house around, and hard work and labour her and sore hands. I just knew what we were in for as soon as it was solid brick home.
For the next 72 hours, Leighton and Carly are working on the kitchen and dining area. They're installing a wine rack, custom dining table and a unique window splashback overlooking the garden.
So instead of going your normal tile or glass or anything like that, let's try to do something different. And we're going to go get a feature out and screwed to the fence. Like, there's a little bit of a hanging garden with maybe some privacy screens. So when you walk in here, you actually see something very beautiful.
And Carly and Gemma are wasting no time. They're heading straight out to pick up the plants.
I'm trying to get a wall garden for outside of our window splashback. If we can pull it off, it'll be well worth it. That's it there. So I almost need either two of them, which will extend past it, or I just think it's a terrible idea now, I'll say that.
Yeah, so your option is that, or getting just enough plants like this.
With a decision made to use potted plants to frame the splashback window, they head back to the house where Steve is being bombarded with questions and requests.
So that or slatted that.
With the linen cupboard, which
You'll have to pick the style.
42 mil within shell.
Being the captain, everyone wants a piece of Steve, including his co-captain Michelle, who has one more idea to throw at him regarding the fireplace she wants to install in their living room.
Yep, so what we're doing now is we're going... So we go... Let me talk. So the girls are now saying that they want fireplace in, a log fire. So now I've got to speak to the sparkies to remove the cabling from outside behind that drops down into the fireplace. I've got to get onto the plumbers and let them know what's going on, and then we've got to organise the fireplace people. I've got to chase that corner for the render guys. I've got to help Lado pull that window out. So there's 4 things I need to be working on within the next half an hour. So it's all systems go. The cap's back, and I'm loving it. Lado.
Yeah, mate.
Just had a call from the girls. They now want to put a bloody gas fireplace in.
I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. Women, mate, what can I say?
Yeah, have a quick squiz. See, oh, what's your feet? You're in paint. Wait up, Steve. You're in paint, mate.
Hey?
You're in paint.
Am I?
Yeah.
To not have the captaincy role and then to wear the captaincy role is a learning curve.
The windowsills.
Hang on, mate, sorry. I'll ring you back in a minute. I'm busy. I'm trying to sort out this curveball you've given to me with putting this gas heater in.
Just another drama that we have to solve in our time frame. But it looks like we'll be okay, and just got to keep going. We're just not getting enough done.
Not sure if we're in safe hands or not just yet, but we'll find out at the end of the week.
Oh, yeah! The Redbacks are full of confidence, and why wouldn't they be? They're in the lead by 3 points, the Super Ks have immunity, and they're all over the Hamptons brief. And they also understand the power of teamwork, a skill the Blue Tongues haven't mastered yet.
And there's a gazebo coming. And a slushy machine's coming.
Really? I've heard down at the Blue House, everyone is very much running their own race. I'm not sure how they're going in the teamwork department, but I think it's sort of a bit of a solo session down there.
We've got the best team ever, and I definitely wouldn't want to be working with them. I much prefer to stick with the ones that we've got.
The Redbacks house is built on love and teamwork.
The Redbacks can spot the lack of love and teamwork a mile away. They head to the Blue Tongues house to inspect their first 4 relaxed industrial rooms with those questionable black doors.
That is terrible.
The hair stuck in there.
That is so bad.
My first impression when I saw their black painted doors was that it was a bit harsh and maybe not so relaxed.
I do not like the way that render is chipped off.
I think it's cool.
Jeez.
What are you doing?
No door handle. I went to grab it. I went into
You
it.
are an idiot. Michelle and Steve's room wasn't finished. They didn't have a door handle.
The door didn't fit.
Door didn't fit.
The list goes on, mate. I mean, if we did a door like that and it didn't fit and didn't have a lock, we'd be shot.
Yeah, that's true.
We would be shot.
Back at their own house, team captains Aidan and Jess are redesigning the living area with featured timber panelling on the ceiling.
So VJing the roof, it's VJ panels. It's a little V groove in panels. It comes pre-made, and it's tongue and groove, so they all slot together. So what Jess and I have run on the back wall in our bedroom, we're going to run on the ceiling throughout the main part of the house. Oh, what a feeling! We're VJ in the ceiling.
While the ceiling is easily installed, the rug gifted from the owner is causing anxiety for Jess.
Can we get that rug in here?
No, because I'm going to send this off and then we're going to shoot off and come back and do whatever we need.
You can't send that off until I approve it. Get the rug in here because there has to be enough room in between the doorway and the fireplace for the rug. If there's not, we can that.
Well, we'll just have this
the
quick
rug
interview.
can't go in the kitchen.
We'll just cut the rug down and get it re-hemmed. Inside, mate.
I want to get this rug out so that we can see how big it is. It's a gift, we have to use it. Just feeling like the fireplace is encroaching on the space, like it keeps going further and further out. So we have to make sure it's right before we send drawings to the cabinet maker and approve the fireplace and everything. So.
Aidan and Jess will hopefully use the large rug and chair gifted to them by the owners, on top of creating a new mantel over the fireplace with comfy sofas and a built-in bookshelf.
Yeah, it'll fit perfectly.
Oh my God, it's massive. It keeps
perfect.
going, look. It's bigger than the room.
Felt like the rug being the biggest rug in the history of the universe was a sign that we needed to open that space up.
For the next 72 hours, immunity winners Carl and Cara will be redesigning the kitchen and dining area. One of the standout features of this room will be the incredible Velux skylight going in this morning.
I have 3.
Yeah. What a feeling! We're Velux in the ceiling.
We're Velux in. Sweet.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Carl and Cara's dining room and kitchen will now be flooded with much-needed light from 3 Velux skylights, which will perfectly highlight the Freedom U-shaped kitchen with massive stone bench tops, glass pendant lights and a custom dining table with bench seat. Now, 3 days ago, all the teams were just chatting about their kitchens and making plans. Then those plans had to go all the way up to the Central Coast of New South Wales, and then, unbelievably, 48 hours later, Freedom Kitchens are delivering 2 kitchens. Now, that has got to be a world record. But don't get any ideas at home. I get special treatment.
Wow, look at this kitchen!
Freedom's just rocked up with the kitchen, and what we're going to do is store it out in the driveway for the night because there's no point in putting it in here. It's just going to get in everyone's way. So first in the morning, they'll have a clear run and Freedom can come in and install the kitchen. Good as gold. See you guys.
Josh and Jenna have been allocated the main bathroom to complete in the next 72 hours.
So I wonder if we should do like a...
And they're fully aware that the previous 2 contestants to leave the competition did so after delivering a bathroom.
Upon starting the bathroom, we realised that the last couples that have gone home had all done bathrooms. So straight away, I'd psyched myself out before the jackhammer had even touched the concrete. And
we're going home.
Yeah, we're going home already. I felt the floor plan that we sat down and designed was awesome.
Josh and Jenna have cleverly merged the old linen cupboard space with the old bathroom, allowing them to move the door, creating a much larger room. As they're sitting on the lowest score of 16.5, they need to bring their A game to this room. But first, they have to agree on a tile. Jenna wants to lay a complicated herringbone pattern with a neat border tile to wow the judges, but Josh is worried it'll take too long.
Jenna showed me her idea for the bathroom and she wanted to do herringbone tiles. Straight away I was like, you're crazy, there's a lot of work involved in that.
Fabian? And their tiler Fabian agrees that getting these tiles laid is too time-consuming, considering he also has to work for the Blue Tongues.
At the start of the week, Josh had called Fabian the tiler and said, this is the tiles Jenna's picked. And at that point, Fabian had said, yep, no worries, see you Thursday. Fabian arrived and realised the extent of the work and the short period of time that he was expected to get it done in, and flipped out a bit.
Now that you're telling me that that's herringbone in there, that's new to me.
It hasn't changed.
In my head, that's what I thought was happening.
Yeah, well, you were in a rush the other day.
Well, not really. I was here. I was pretty good.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter because we're paying your bills, all right?
No, but you're making it very, very difficult. You're asking a lot of fiddly things to happen in a short time frame.
Fabian's sort of a little bit annoyed now because there's a lot more work involved. Yeah, so he needs a lot more time.
It's not my fault, huh?
Well, I did get you here the other day to talk to you about it, but
in my head, I put in things that a person will do that.
Yeah, but nothing's changed here.
I was really just hoping that everyone would stay calm and that, you know, Josh wouldn't say anything that would offend Fabian too much, that he would just walk out and not do the job at all.
So, consider yourself lucky, legal camera. Consider yourself lucky I'm helping you to file.
That's right.
All right?
Hey, together we're unstoppable.
See you later.
Together, me and him are unstoppable.
Coming up, it's an all-in phone brawl that leaves one Blue Tongue desperate to defect to the Redbacks.
There's no point carrying on because basically the budget we got, we won't be able to pay for it.
We'll just do it all.
This team will not work. There's nothing about it that's going to work, and that's why I look at that and go, I'd rather be on that team.
The Redbacks and Blue Tongues have really upped the stakes this week with some impressive design features and demo going on in their houses. And while the Redbacks are a tight-knit unit, the Blue Tongues are still struggling to get in sync with each other. It's a hive of activity inside the Blue Tongues house, but not a single contestant is doing any of the actual work.
My main concern at the moment is getting these floor sanders in, but also all our structural work. And if we have a look around at the moment, we're missing Steve, we're also missing Leighton, we're missing Ben. I don't know where any of the contestants are.
Looks like the action is at the front of the house, with Ben and Gemma questioning their captain over their bathroom budget, which isn't adding up.
Oh no, this a really bad start to the week, and it didn't get any better.
No. Look, Gemma and Ben are having issues. Apparently they've only got $6,000 in their account.
6 what?
$6,000 in their account has only been put in there.
Yes, I told them that. They had 10,000.
Yeah, 10,000. So
at the
4
moment.
for the room and 6 for the bathroom. They're not getting any more money. I'm the budget sheriff and they're not getting it.
Steve and Michelle don't know the meaning of teamwork. They're all about themselves, and they've shown that many times before in the competition. So I feel they figured the budget was the only way they could really cut us down and make us have not much of an impact on the house.
Michelle's saying 10 grand did go into your account?
That's what I'm asking.
Okay, so you had 4 grand for your bedroom and 6 grand for the bathroom.
Is that serious?
You're saying basically we need to get everything organised, all the underground, all the underfloor heating, tiling, and all the extras for the bathroom is 6,000.
Yes. Right now, yes.
No, but it doesn't make sense, Michelle. Think about it. The boys last week had 12,000 on top of their bedroom, and they just scraped through. Pretty devastated considering last week we as captains had given Steve and Michelle and Nick and Chris for the bathrooms $10,000 to $12,000 each for the bathrooms. So.
Which were a smaller bathroom than what we have.
Yeah, but their bathroom is a lot bigger than yours. Look how high there was.
Are you serious? It was only 300 mil higher, so a couple of tiles. That's fine.
So where have you spent the money?
So we got a vanity.
The timber for the bedside tables, Christian Cole, floor heating, $500.
Okay, the floor heating's $500.
Cabinetry, $1,500.
Where did the vanity come from?
So the vanity's getting built.
Well, that's where you've spent the money. So you send the vanity back.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's the problem.
Oh, it was very funny what was happening. It was like a heap of kids having an argument over a few pennies.
Don't pull the piss, Michelle. Like you have to.
Leighton's saying they'll need more.
Benny will need a bit more.
Benny will need a bit more.
How much was the vanity?
Listen.
You're basically just stiffing us now, so you're fine. You're not even being realistic, Michelle.
Okay, so just wait a sec. Okay, just wait.
Yeah, I went off on the phone. I don't put up with that crap. So I don't care who you are. So, yeah.
Be realistic and understand it as a team.
Okay, yep.
Like, it's a me situation.
Okay, it's not going back to me.
Just wait a sec.
The bathroom needs 10. Okay, that's bottom line. 6 grand doesn't cut it. I was in the same understanding as Benny, I'll be honest with you.
Everyone was. I asked
Steve
30 seconds ago.
And he needed 10 for the bathroom. That's just the bottom line.
You know, I tried to keep out of it, but I just went, we can't waste any more time. We had so much work to do, and they're talking about a bit of money that... It was second day in the reno, but no one spent anything yet.
I know, it was turning ugly.
This is just to build the bathroom, not render walls or do anything. This is just to get an operational bathroom. They've got to build the room, man. And that's part of tiling.
We're not talking about that. We're fine with the room length. I don't have a problem with paying the labour and all that. I have a problem if it's going to cost 3 grand for a vanity.
We don't have that money anymore.
We don't have the money.
No one said it won't be anywhere near that.
Find out the price. Just find out the price. In January, better, I freaking overspent all the time. They me off.
Benny was just like
So I just
over the top.
I thought, hang up.
I feel it was 100% strategic. By giving us only a limited budget, they felt that they could, I guess, reduce the chance of us making a fantastic bathroom, and therefore they could leap us and hopefully continue on in the competition.
My honest thing was when we all sat there on that first night, I thought it was 10 overall for you guys.
Oh, really? Because none of the budgets have ever worked like that. It's always been...
But you just told me inside, Steve.
No, I didn't say that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
What did I say?
You said, yeah, that's right. You got 10 for your bathroom and then you had your bedroom. Sweet.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
Did I say that, guys? Please rewind the camera, the footage.
No, honestly, when I just asked you...
At the end of the day, look, we're not going to resolve it now. Yeah. Standing here arguing about it. I can't do anything about it at the moment.
No, I'm just saying...
You're debating and you're saying we're stitching you up.
No, but
and
you are.
Trying to do you in.
But
we're
you
not
are.
doing that, mate.
You know 6 grand. Carly and Leighton's bill for tiling in the first week was over 6 grand.
Okay.
Carly and Leighton had 24,000 for their bathroom.
I know.
Just wait. If you can just be a bit patient and wait and we'll sort it out.
Guys, we've got 45 minutes until our floor sander gets here.
Yeah.
We've got under 4 hours until... No, under 3 hours until we have to waterproof this bathroom. We need to stop this and start working.
There's no point carrying on because basically the budget we got, we won't be able to pay for it.
No, we'll just do it all.
No, I'm happy to do it.
Just do it, babe, and I'll sort this out.
They've got the kitty. They're like greedy kids. They get the kitty, they just take the money and go, nah, it's mine. You have whatever's left over.
I said I was going to be a hard ass this week, and guess what? I am. So, suffer.
She says she's not playing strategic, but really, I know she was upset that we got a higher score than them in the bedroom last night, so... you know what, it's one way to screw a team over, so you don't lose.
Everyone's here right now for themselves. This team will not work. There's nothing about it that's going to work. I go down the red team and I see unity, I see peace, you can see it in their bedrooms, and that's fantastic. And that's why I look at that and go, I'd rather be on that team.
Back inside Steve and Michelle's living room, things have gone from bad to worse, with their floor sanding grinding to a halt.
Just a bit of a hiccup with the sanding papers not wanting to stay on the rollers.
It's only a few hours until the end of the day, so Steve needs to come up with a quick solution. The Haley hire truck has organised a backup sander, which is now on the way.
You'll make it happen? Good man.
Love
Thanks,
that talk.
Shanna. See you, buddy.
I love that talk. Make it happen.
Meanwhile, a temporary solution to sand the floors is working well enough.
Look at these guys, are floor sanders. They're sanding the floor with edge sanders. Really appreciate it, because that's the attitude that we need to have in this house at the moment. Hell yeah! Blues all the way, baby!
While Steve's sanding is somewhat under control and his cold and flu medication is wearing off, he takes a short break.
For Steve, he feels it's all good and well to kind of be sick and just, you know, snuggle up with his little teddy bear.
I mean, I'm sick. I'm still out there. I'm not in bed during the day resting, you know. There's just things that you have to do and you have to push through if you want to be anywhere in this competition.
It's in pretty good nick, that trailer, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I was just frustrated with it. I love Steve. I'm mates with Steve. But I go, mate, can you just do something?
Yeah, I did have a bit of a power nap. So I thought I'd just lay in the sun there waiting for the floor sander to turn up, because I told Peter that Peter the floor sander that I'd bring it up to him, so we don't waste any more time. So, yep.
You know, just, yeah. You're draining me, mate. You're draining me.
It's day 2 of the 72-hour challenge, and the Redbacks have a massive day ahead of them. Yet they've proven time and time again that teamwork gets them across the line. This is a tough competition, and even these powerhouse renovators are starting to crack under the pressure.
Explain
I explained
large
everything.
herringbone was
Like,
on.
you can't change it, Jenny. You can't keep doing that. Just make a decision, Jenna.
It's the second day of Josh and Jenna's struggle to choose a tile and please their tiler Fabian. And with the lowest score on the Redbacks, their position on Reno Rumble is seriously at stake.
I think we all cope in the same way, and that's like we all argue here and there, and we're exhausted, and honestly, it's just an emotional roller coaster all round.
Helping Jess unload because I think I needed some sandpaper, and then Jess was going to go.
If we don't get tiles, then like we're going to be.
Probably anyway, mate.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Well, okay.
That's a good.
The tile glue needs like a day to dry, and we got a bloody 70-kilo shower screen going in tomorrow. It's very intense, and I don't think I've had the same mood on the show for more than an hour. It's always just like this, and it does take its toll.
We've seen this pressure before.
It was horrible. It's still horrible.
They were really under the pump this week. We've been 3 weeks now.
It's hard, yeah.
Surely cracks are going to form.
It wasn't just a quick, easy decision. It's something that we needed to spend a lot of time on because it could send us home, and it was a dire situation.
For Josh and Jenna, the biggest problem is deciding on the tile. And making matters worse is Jenna changing her mind.
Just stop changing your mind. All you do is change your mind. The point was that we were doing all this so that we could go back to the original.
The Reno Rumble bathroom curse is real.
Mate, it's out there and it's going to get you.
You speak to Fabian about what you want, because I'm sick of it, Jenna. You change your mind every second. Do my head in. Stick to something for us. It's funny that every time the tiler comes to do it, Jenna's off. She's gone. She doesn't want to know about it, so...
So you're taking the white tile out now?
Yes. Not me, Jenna. She's freaking driving me insane.
How about that other tile? I just used the subway tile as a border.
We can, but that's not what you told him when you left. So now he's got this design in his head. Now I've got to go tell him to change it again. It's just like a big circle. If you don't come back and...
Jesus,
Okay, you are driving me insane, mate.
Come on, Josh, take control of the situation, man.
Look, I don't know what they're fighting about half the time. I just try not to get involved. Stay out of that one.
Earlier in the week, super organised Cara hit up E&S Trading for kitchen appliances. And she only had blue on her mind to fit in with the Hamptons theme. And today, the only blue Smeg appliances available in the country have arrived on site.
Good, Cara. How are you?
Good.
You're going to be the first person in Australia to unveil these.
Yeah.
They've just come off a boat.
Cara might be the first person in Australia to have the appliances, but the second person who wanted them, Carly from the Blue Tongues, is about to find out that she won't be getting them.
Black. The only, I just don't want a blue because I've got these three blue pendant lights above the...
Oh, no.
I know, I thought that would work. They definitely can't be sourced from anywhere?
No, we're the only ones that have got them.
Yeah,
And there's only one set in the country.
And where's that?
What?
And
What do you want to do? Fly them in from Italy?
Yeah, that's... OK, so there's only one... I thought you said there's only one set in the country. I'm like, where in the country?
Well,
oh, good.
because the other team's got it.
You're kidding.
I'm not joking, I know. I just
Oh,
found
my
out this morning.
God. Cara's got the blue ones.
Cara who?
Cara and Kyle have got the blue...
Blue what?
Appliances, KitchenAid, kettle, toaster.
Who cares? It's a different house.
No. They've got the only ones in the country.
Oh,
yeah.
I guess it's a case of first in, first served.
Captain Aidan doesn't miss a beat. While the missus is out shopping for a sofa and the floorboards and fireplace are being installed, he notices a problem in the Super K's kitchen.
Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but does that fridge door spin around and open the other way?
No.
Yes, it does.
No.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
So the fridge door opened a certain way. It opened with the door facing the kitchen instead of the door opening so you could access it, to the kitchen. And I think Kyle made the decision that it was too hard to change in the time frame.
Well, you need to go and see Rod. Go and talk to Rod about that.
Why does it have to open the other way?
Because the kitchen's on that side.
Can't be changed now.
Yeah, it can.
But Aidan disagrees. So he gets on his bike to look for kitchen installer Reno Rod, who should be able to help with switching the fridge door around.
How hard is it to get 2 new doors cut for the fridge so we can turn the fridge so the doors open the other way?
Go away.
Hey?
Go away.
I think I just got palmed off.
Before Aidan even makes it back to the house, Cara's arrived and she's not happy about the direction that the fridge door has been installed.
I was out shopping all day, and when I came home, the fridge opened the opposite way.
But Carl doesn't want to know about the fridge door. He already has enough on his plate.
No, move on, come on.
I'm not moving on. We've got to fix it.
No, move on for now. We'll do other stuff and then we sort it out later. Later on, when Cara came home and blamed me for the fridge being wrong, we got Rod back in and talked about coming up with a solution.
Thanks, Rod.
I should have called Cara, shouldn't I? When I said that door needs to be swapped over.
Did you say it?
Yeah. Good on you, Cara.
You've got to stick to your guns. It's a competition, and that could potentially cost us our teammates this week. You know, 1 to 2 points can mean the difference between winning and losing. Thanks, Aidan.
Coming up, the blue-tongued captains explode, then throw in the rumble towel.
Stitch up.
Might as well just pack up and go.
Yeah. We're not opening the door, forget it.
Bloody Renault Rumble.
Welcome back to day 2 of the Renault Rumble 72-hour challenge, the week labelled Fight Back Week by the Blue Tongues. But judging by yesterday's behaviour, perhaps they should have named it Watch Your Back Week.
We actually ripped each other to shreds this week,
Yeah, we fought each other.
It was actually definitely a fight back week, but not in the way that we thought it would be.
Steve and Michelle basically are showing they're very incompetent of controlling the build. They've made mistake after mistake, budget, in every regard, and yeah, without Leighton, myself, Carly and Gemma, it would be just spiralling out of control.
Team captains Steve and Michelle are on the bottom of the ladder on 16.5 points and need to deliver a tip-top living room to stay in the game. And this morning, their impressive fireplaces arrived on site, ready to be installed.
Sneddons have delivered our gas fire. After the conversation with Scotty yesterday, we've got the money in our budget for an open fireplace. Why not? And that could mean the difference of us staying or us going home.
So while Michelle oversees the living room, Steve needs to get on with installing the linen cupboard. But he's gone AWOL.
That'd be good. Steve-o.
Yeah.
We've got a problem.
Really?
So I just walked into Steve's van. I couldn't find him. He was in the van having a cup of noodles. Yep.
Right.
We don't have a linen press.
Why?
Because Marty said he's been trying to call you this morning. We haven't got back to him. It's too late.
My phone's dead. Yeah. My phone's been dead all morning, mate.
It's too late.
Yeah?
So this linen press is very frustrating. Steve tells me last night he's spoken to Stegbar. It's all good. It's all done. I called Stegbar this morning. They said we've been trying to get onto him this morning. We can't. It's too late now. So we don't have a linen press.
So Aidan takes charge and asks Ben to pick up a flat-pack linen cupboard on behalf of Steve.
I need you to go to the hardware. Yep. And see if you can pick up a flat-pack linen press.
Having Michelle and Steve both sick isn't the best scenario, but at the end of the day, you got myself and Leighton. We'll keep the ship afloat and hopefully we can pull it together when Nan and Pop get better and come back to the building site.
Ben's returned with a flat-pack linen cupboard, so Steve's off the hook.
What we're doing here in this area here, in the hallway area, is a linen cupboard with bookshelves coming up over the top of the doorway and down on the right-hand side of the doorway. So we're just putting together the linen cupboard right now as we speak. So the linen cupboard that we've got is just going to be the carcass, and then we're going to be overlaying it with recycled timber.
Not a terrible amount of support from the captain.
Boys, sensational.
Ben and Gemma's main bathroom is now waterproofed and tiled, so it's ready to fit out with their dipped copper tapware. Being only half a point in front of Steve and Michelle, they also need to deliver an exceptional room.
Out of the Blues, it's always hard to kind of feel that you're positive about your staying because there's good competition. The rooms that are getting produced are really good.
While Leighton and Carly's Freedom Kitchen is going in without a hitch, Steve and Michelle's custom-made shelves are now in jeopardy of not fitting in their living area. Leighton's wine rack has been installed up to the exact spot where Steve's shelves were going to start.
I'd been out to pick up some stuff and I came back into the house and the kitchen had been installed, all the base cabinets. And I walked in and I sort of looked at the kitchen and I've gone, oh yeah, like that. And then I looked and the wine rack's facing into the lounge room and then I saw where the window was and I've gone, that's not going to work. And that was when the penny dropped for me. Is that the wine rack?
Yeah, I was just looking at that. Is that going to interfere with you?
I think it is.
That horrible wine rack.
All right.
You didn't know that was there?
No.
You guys haven't sat down and collectively reviewed all your design ideas?
No.
And I was so angry with Leighton and thought he's just been a selfish ass.
Carly says that as well. You know, he can be a real, just a stubborn ass. We need to talk about it, I suppose.
Yeah? I don't know what to say. Know what I mean?
You knew.
Yes. But this was ordered the first day.
And at that moment in time, I actually felt like they were out to do us in.
Wow, we need to do something about it. What do you reckon?
Don't do this to me again. Wine rack. Yeah, there was a bit of an issue there with between Steve and myself with his wine rack.
Stitch up. Stitch up.
You got a tough look on your face.
All the kitchen cabinetry comes all the way to our window.
I know.
How you feeling?
Oh, off. Leighton always has to have his own make. Always. He don't give a at anyone. He's here to win the competition, and if he wants to stomp and trot all over people, and Stephen and I are integral and we wouldn't do that, he'll do it. Leighton and Carly built the kitchen right up into our lounge room, right next to the windows, so we've done the shelving to fit under the windows, and we can't do it now.
Bloody Renault Rumble.
Rob? Rod? Can you turn the wine rack around to the front? Why not? It can be done.
Maybe have a talk to Leighton.
It's a cock-up.
Yeah, why didn't you come up and ask? Say, guys, we're designing this, how do you want to do it?
Well,
I didn't know what you've got. This is first day.
Why didn't you ask about the TV?
You had nothing in here first day. This was ordered. First day, Steve.
Steve, you should have known about that from day one. We put the order in, blah, 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 with his machine gun retaliation.
Yeah, righto.
First day, then.
I'm not going to argue.
I'm not going to argue, but that was ordered first day.
Yeah, righto.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
He just was adamant that, you know, he was right, I was wrong.
Might as well just pack up and go home.
Yeah.
Because it's all about winning for Leighton. Just go and pack up.
Go in the caravan, Dale. That's just ridiculous. We're not opening the door, forget it.
We just need to talk. Get Lado together right now so we can all talk about it together. You know what? We just had...
We've had it.
We'll
be going home. I see no solution to this one. I really don't. I mean, we can be narky and just install the TV unit, but at the end of the day, you know, we'll still wear it, so...
I think I know with you about the whole kitchen design. I know... I can't remember which...
What's the point in finishing it? I try to be fair and integral, which is who we are. But obviously, you know, good guys don't win, hey?
They've shown their true colours. I'm really disappointed. I'm effing peed, mate.
Leighton can be an absolute over this. I just want to take you out, mate.
Sunday night.
We took a perfectly good house and destroyed it. And then rebuilt it.
The Redbacks have the finish line firmly in sight.
Don't even touch it, just walk away.
But first, Josh and Jenna must defeat the Renault Rumble bathroom curse.
This bathroom is the bathroom from hell, and if it doesn't send us home, I'll be shocked.
I said it's fine, we can do it, Jenna.
Don't do it then. It just won't be Hamptons.
My stress levels were going through the roof.
Don't go there.
I gave you less time.
Don't go there.
It has been the worst thing that we've ever done.
And the Blue Tongues are down, but not out.
It's always love-hate, you know. We love to hate each other. We love to love each other.
As Carly and Leighton pull one out of the hat.
It's absolutely perfect.
Winning!
You know, maybe we can actually snitch this and get a couple of points back in that red team.
Let's get it now.
OK, the moment has arrived. With both teams delivering jaw-dropping Renos,
That is mental.
Is this the same house?
the competition is fierce.
Wow. Wow. Just wow. Wow.
They're so yummy.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
So I reckon it's time that I shook things up a bit. Now, I have a big announcement to make.
What's coming? What are they doing to us? What are they doing to us? No.